the measure menu atuane say metenase nyame ayadom mampanyini apaw no onko kasama national service enti wo hu to me prempren na ade ba ko a eku MPP amanyoko na se nyame amfafia bebia party ni ni akere no anhwe nkwaje ya mabiem no sa kwana na mse menu atu esisu anopai
NDC.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, if you get the chance to engage Ghanaians, abra one mama overwhelming victory being seen in the history of our democratic ruler, we will have to be very mindful of your posture, because metiase se share conditions of service are necessary for any demand na e be there no crane nya bianim. Some are very, 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 I think, far-fetched. Nonetheless, say obi make claims say ebia obi odi animu MPP nintina or de semboni share na so ye niema because aban be unpopular. I disagree. Because said the odi can quote to scripture no ojumaifobia deserve na ketua. What am I say? It is nyame wadom na wo kwa aban mu na say wona afei de say mo bom against ho ban no o take posture like this you create that room for people to now begin to question your government. No fa odona is a Ghana for their dom no one here odon sabe horo sa odon ote mase enti ye hu ade no from a holistic manner. What must say? Yet I say nurses focus strike, doctor focus strike, and papa because it be video now can mahu very disheartening. And I know I'm emergency and I call and nurse be anywhere. I know how what must say. So I get the point. But for you to politicize the say my many MPP.
No, but they said they have even engaged the minister since January. And
okay, woman say, oh, I dare mean Patrick Nyanti say government is in control.
Yeah.
MPP amanyoko no go into negotiations. Kianeke meyama change of government about in the running of government in the scheme of governance. No, we don't have to say there have been a change of government. The reason for transition teams in government say aban before a transition mayehu how critical certain decisions and every stage and the quantum of seriousness in the sense of urgency attach it to every policy framework. Anything a transition teams. And this is a transition and yes economic cafe and as a ye didn't go through to minty. No. You go through every sector of the economy. In fact, the most essential aspect of the economy are health count. Only say, okay, this policy direction, Yadru has a Oba, try as much as possible within this period. Say be a one baby I could do also better to us pepe and komiaba. What must I say? So nobody can tell me on this platform say the said transition team didn't know. Said these conditions of service and the next is for these things were critical to the discussions of the said transition team. All number account to me can say they know so take you over. As minister of the sector, no one said these conditions have been met, and I said there have been massive assurance. I can't make it. Idea it is on the plate. We have to act on it. No, Nimana. These matters were more present than changing CEOs. Yeah, these matters were more present than say, oh, fire at will, higher fire because Ghana farmer to me. I mean, these were needless. If in fact, Oko fire thermal teaching was in fact also the NDC in the you could have done that without creating that drama. Into the best friend say Ghana farm a very good victory. Right. Now there has been some goodwill. And the best almost they are pushing in addressing some of these things, because I think they are doing well. No two ways about that. I think partner of Masha, but these are some of the things that are crash or goodwill. So let's see the issues as they are. Danze. When you are better now, Obi Mami, I don't pay having said that, maybe person share and see issues. The Masha to me so kaka. Chroma say na yo no ho yes wo hena yen kanasem so nim sa abe no o hena yen kanasem ono no di bibi nkwan o hena yen kanasem President Kufuor boni e wodi MPP amanyoko. I think the MPP as a party deserves an apology from President Kufuor. Yes. Why? If you look at reports about Michael Kwe report, Ashanti region reporter Brofo ba kwa na no pa na kan wasem intransigent just say think ko teaching na twan eno na kan MPP abedru dey adri the same offense bone corona media firms aye bone corona regulation infractions say mentiment to say say metu ama NCA me am need license and so me operate e backdoor all these things emra ebu regulation 54 of the Electronic Communication Act. This is not the first time non-compliance in the communication and the media space.
Right.
But actually how two different governments have handled these issues. It is on record. Say, Abra, MPP Amanyo Kono around 2017-18, all closely media firms, there were petitions.
Yeah.
Say, no, let them go back to drawing board. Okay? Politically, the outside world may see say you want to curtail media freedom. What must say?
Yeah.
And so there have been illegalities on the part of these stakeholders of the said media firms. You get the point. But for the sake of a broader governance, sometimes an be an bye.
Yeah.
Now look at what President Mahama has done. Was scored good political points for himself and of course for his party and his government. Emrakrona na area Sam George apply. Yeah, that's why Omanpenyin said Mejitum said they have been infractions, but let them go back to them.
Yeah.
Them more time to rectify. This is what the MPP needed from President Akufo-Addo. Bawanye. Ene GJ about President Mahama Baso, and you know the effect of these commendations. You know, politically, you know. And sometimes MPP Amanyo Kono, yeah, koye ni muno.
Right.
Abra omo work coming. Say impo say ya work coming at my bar. Mo come ni muno mesremo. These are some of the things you have to look at. You don't put leaders who are intransigent. Omaso dendendi omunti. Omampanyini version 2.0 idea. Omampanyini 8 and he's doing right. Not 2 years abesre. Me ade me mesre nsi en say. They should do proper scrutiny. Right. Some people should not be airborne. And they may be in some first class. Some of the things should not be airborne. In fact, some programs should not be airborne. Even the timing of some programs, I can say you say. I no cry back up. No cry my own. And then program the kind of things are at the most active hours of the day. These are some of the things that after so much these regulations, they should also monitor.
Yeah. And I'll be to you
because these things you get it. These are some of the things that and also this one. Now me de hear me pa back Papa won't to me asem. My ending no my own. We are young politicians in here. One of the key things I'm among for rural politics now, not because they want to save this country. Most of and conform rural politics, young individuals, no, motivation Article 71. Any monument. And or share say, oh, Nhyira be a teacher, any what said and none of conditions of service and the for crack ako striking. Nisika wachara sa 3,000. Obi rural politics mo die boat obo emiensa or the reform or the land cruise. And that is where the motivation lies. And Emma womu entimi. What I say, Emma ain't me go into the political space. Now, one also political space. Most of them go to the political space to hide behind political power to conceal certain criminal orientation and inclinations. Okay, you're around to me as I'm now. Buza say a genuine assessor. The law is the law. Kruma say yama mranya juma. Yes, sir. Na Ghana de mranya juma. Ghana de mranya. Mranso ka say juma. We have issues with the law. Per Article 88, Yama Attorney General power to investigate, to prosecute. Now, Attorney General Yenshishemu Kachira will say there are some infractions to cry. It goes beyond the borders of this country. In fact, we are tracking you on fraudulent matters, on money laundering matters, on international crime-related matters. Now, Amanyoko for MPP Amanyoko Botenguza Yempene, Yama Omecho, no, come on. We should be serious as a nation. The laws of this country, the constitution is the supreme law of this land, and nobody, not even the president, is superior to the laws. Nanya party chairman. Sabe yeni no kwa mayo. Any licenses, concessions, allegedly, according to OSP, and all the others, you echo all the security agencies are moving investigating them to me. It's on record. So, or to talk concessions, ma'am, for being quite register in excess of 300,000, being quite go in exchange. These things are on record. And he said, no, allegations when you know, they are good papa. Now, your frost brand shows him in Zambia, no, Umuri Yakum. Now, what free parliament? Lawmakers who are trying to be unlawful. Lawmakers trying to be unlawful. some much pass now on anti-cotton for mono. Would they change these allegations? Will it? And you see, what are we trying to give to the public? Just any a politician there, any obit my do pay we are party for a shadow. They will show you from the law and the effect of the law. No, we should not create such a political culture. And you can say near Chachere, yeah, mine, and you can say near among your Zemkuma. And ma will be a matrana because and somebody be a near and somebody be a near
right.
Would you Obi a impo? Bra now look at the vehicle and not chairman them. You just say Oscar. Already issues now about home. Say, coin of us when you see be coin of us when you name me crown, you don't even put yourself up in that way to even speak to the facts around you at the time.
Yeah.
Ain't it? Yes, right? Yes, right. Politics now, my idea against political power. To me, a very fickle and very, very, very fleeting to me. And yeah, dear, and I dare to know of banker, Menyasha Sakwam Kroma, Nanka Nifi, Katumi Nefri Waba. You get it, Nka that's or more by any, and then I'm a Munia Patrick. Why Shema? Is it, yeah, who did to me come back?
Now mine was wrong.
And see, your best rep, because why? Yensa say I say, your board chairman, your mum ran your humanity.
Okay.
Finance committee, right? About Becca say, oh, infractions, laundering at the Yamom ship. Say, what your moon to me? Come on, MPP, Mabruni or Mom, you truth, but me a material poyando. Then some more come loans. You see, let's be very serious. What could J. Bosnia made the code for? And none material po say farms in the flood. I have another farms or flat burn fire. You see, let's be serious. You see, my money, yes, our parties will be able to insulate us from the wrath of the law. Yes, Anna, Obia, but to the nearby politics to come and hide behind political powers and do criminal stuff. I don't need the more my MOA in all mine. Sabe German to me, Yebuno. Having said that, where MPP among and this among they should be very serious and they should be very careful. Where to me now, the medical canon, to me, a dane. Akokwa. Chairman won't to me regardless of their delegations. Sa Rambo stand on the cover chairman won't to me for very needless. Sa Rambo stand on the cover chairman won't to me very needless. Akokwa. Sa Rambo stand very, very needless. Sabe, no matter the allegations or somebody of substance, he's a known figure. Friend. And you kikri na arms men na two na why ye call na. You see, sad ye bina eba krum ha say na where mama kan no kre. It's as if MPP. And anything now here vigilante act. Yeko ye hu bibi. Hwe I say ye campaigner mato manfo a amanyoko de be ye ne wi na asese makogu national security. With now no proper training. Enti omo ba ho ensem hu nko a. Anano na adenta kumi. Ne arms akra be mo aware 29 years 30 years banne na yere ne di two ni te say de terrorists bi ne ekofa. These are needless. You get the point, ain't it? Regardless. Now, can you bet me a Fred chairman of Monaco? I don't know, see, I do a coco. Now, national security, presence, now, these things are very, very needless.
Sure.
Very, very needless. Ain't it? Media, they make a challenge and say, Chairman, want to miss case, no, is of a genuine merit.
Right.
Which will allow investigations and all the other things the security agencies and the law enforcement agencies need to do to ascertain right. And yes, set up more be a major can say a set up because the evidence to that effect, I can't mind there's an evidence that Oma encroach there's an nobody, I don't think UECO is that cheap an establishment to implicate somebody even on the international level. And see some of these things MPP yes right. Don't go and do any resistance. Let the law work. If you put somebody in the space, he'll be very responsible.
Sure.
It was really very, very awful. Now, the at the time, nobody was bold enough to question them. To me, said, "Oh, yeah, and the President Mahama, I'm being honest. Because Sebe, wouldn't mean you and him bomb you know I'm a pamacho. Politically, they felt like they were scoring political points. The Macacho say, among your summer yatim didier, a young by the grace of God, Ghana for there is so much learning and so much knowledge in the space right now. A full politics now, it will not work again. Okay. It is all now. Ghanaians will punish you along the day. It may papa you were free me nua be ma me mani ni chema ontum kopo obi acho or acho pa bi onu ankopa acho. Next time when you sit on air and speak acho pa no so ron fan to dream say if he thinks say that acho pa is an solution and as a defense
the legal process
from the laws there, you won't forget it, because President Mahama is not the custodian of the law. The people of Ghana, our judiciary system, they are the vanguards of our laws. Until when you talk about and this issue must not also lie flat.
Right.
Next time, MPP for the people who man the affairs of their party, they will feel people who are very responsible and with the right competences.
Thank you very much, Gabi Chere. Now.